Another community's leaders are trying to land one of those casinos that state lawmakers are talking about legalizing.
Gambling is the issue that's holding up the state budget right now, but Republican leaders indicated today that they are making some progress. Capitol reporter Michael Hyland is live in Raleigh for us tonight. Michael, Democrats blasted them today for letting this issue get a hold of everything else.
Yeah, the Democrats said that Republicans are not talking to them about any of the details of what's going on here. And with the budget still on hold, Democrats today called for votes next week to authorize pay raises and Medicaid expansion.
We know a proposal to legalize more gambling options is what's holding up the state budget, even though many of the details of that plan are still unclear.
We don't have one earthly idea what the first word of the thing that's keeping us here provides.
On Thursday, the Democratic leaders of the House and Senate called for votes next week on pay raises for teachers and state workers, as well as to authorize Medicaid expansion to begin. Republicans who control the legislature are not going to do that, continuing their negotiations to see if they can get an agreement among themselves on the budget.
The development of this budget, they says it like childbirth or something, and I got to thinking, I think it's more like, you guys remember that movie, The Aliens, in the 80s? When the alien come busting up out of there, Sigourney, it's more like that.
What could suddenly emerge is a plan calling for 4 more casinos and video lottery terminals statewide. On Wednesday, leaders in Roanoke Rapids, which is near the Virginia state line, passed this resolution saying they want one of those casinos, as do the new owners of the Roanoke Rapids Theater. Democrats said Republican leaders are trying to pressure lawmakers to support the casinos at the expense of other priorities being held up.
We don't live in a democracy in this building. We're in a monarchy, where 2 kings and 2 chambers make the decision about whether we get to talk about the things that our constituents care about.
The reality is nothing happens unless a majority of either the caucus or a majority of the body is in favor of it.
Senate Leader Phil Berger said he came away from a meeting with House leaders this week saying that he felt like they had something to build on. Those were his words, but he did not indicate when we could see a resolution to all of this. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
Michael, thank you.